So there's a real scramble going on at the minute. This Trump tariff business has really set the cat among the pigeons, especially in the EU. They're breaking themselves, respective countries. Some are getting it worse than others, but they realise they are over a barrel. And if you've ever played poker before, I'm not a poker player, but you're supposed to have a good poker face, whereby you can't really reveal to the people you're playing against what kind of a hand you've got. Don't signal to your opponent or your person you're playing against that you've got a bad hand, that you're under pressure, that you could fold easily. Well, that's exactly what has happened with the EU. Ursula von der Leyen coming out straight out of the gate saying, we're prepared to do 0 for 0 tariffs. And Micheál Martin yesterday, we heard him talking. We're going to hear him talking again today. We're going to hear Simon Harris pitching in. They're all pitching in, stressing the urgency. We're ready to talk. We're ready to sit down. We're ready to do whatever it takes to stop a disaster. There are no winners in a trade war. Well, actually, there are winners. There's going to be one winner in a trade war. They may take some damage themselves, but they will emerge from said war in a better position than their opponent. So after von der Leyen announced that they wanted to go 0 for 0, this is the Donald's response. Trump has dismissed the EU offer of 0 for 0 tariffs on cars and industrial goods, saying it doesn't go far enough. So immediately von der Leyen was saying, right, let's scrap the tariffs. No. It doesn't go far enough, says the Donald. The US president insists, he's coming out with even more pressure, insists that Brussels must commit to buying $350 billion worth of American energy to avoid his sweeping tariffs. So he keeps ratcheting up the pressure, and they're folding fast. So this is what the Donald has to say very briefly, and then we'll hear what Tweedledum and Tweedledee, or Dumb and Dumber, have to say, aka Micheál Martin and Simon Harris, the Irish equivalent of Laurel and Hardy. So here's the Donald first.
European Union of $350 billion, and it's going to disappear fast. And one of the reasons and one of the ways that can disappear easily and quickly is they're going to have to buy our energy from us because they need it. They're going to have to buy it from us.
They're going to have to buy it. That's a definitive statement. They're going to have to buy it. Why? Number 2, because they need it. Now look at Trump's delivery. Look at the way he's putting himself forward. Look at his body language. Listen to the tone of his voice. This is someone who holds the cards in his hands. And then compare it with our friends here from Ireland and see their response.
Buy it. We can knock off $350 billion in 1 week.
We can knock off $350 billion in 1 week. Bang. Just like that. So that's the position that Trump's in at the minute. And now we shall go. I mean, look at the difference. Look at the difference in the negotiating faces. This is the face of Ireland here. He looks like he's been sucking on lemons. Sucking on lemons all morning now. Before he speaks, what does that face signal to you? Does it signal to you he's approaching Trump as a man of equals? Does it suggest to you that this is a man who looks confident in what he's about to say? Does it look like a man who's holding something in? Maybe he's urgently needing to go to the toilet, or he's been sucking on some sherbet. Let's hear what Micheál has to say, and then his little weasel counterpart, Simon Harris.
This administration. So I would say, there are prospects that a negotiation could start at some stage. It's absolutely imperative that they do, because all of the economic advice across the world at the moment is pointing in the direction of a slowdown, a recession, unless...
If you were playing poker against this guy, do you think you'd be able to read what his hand was? Do you think you'd be able to read that he had a bad hand? He's talking about, we need to sit down. We have to. It's imperative. Everything suggests we need to. We're desperate. He couldn't signal his desperation anymore. This is why you shouldn't have muppets in government. At least Trump, love him or hate him, he's an astute businessman. He knows the art of the deal. He knows about taking your medicine. He knows about short-term pain for long-term gain. Look at Micheál.
Some shape can be put on these developments, and so it is a worry from.
It's a worry. It's a worry. It's a worry. It's a worry.
From that perspective,
there are no winners when it comes.
Oh, here we go. There's no winners. There's no winners when it comes to a trade war. Yes, there is, Simon, and you ain't gonna be it.
To tariffs, there's no winners when it comes to a trade war, and what we have to do is de-escalate the situation. And when I travel to DC later today, when I meet people in Congress,
listen to his language. When I travel to DC later today, when I speak to Congress, he's making himself out to sound. He's trying to make himself sound like someone who has clout. Why doesn't someone ask him what happened the last time he was in America? Was he invited to DC on St. Patrick's Day to meet the president, or was that Conor McGregor, who Trump described as what better Irishman to have here than Conor McGregor, while this sap walked the streets of New York in his raincoat? That's what Simon Harris was relegated to doing. So when he bangs on about going to DC, someone should put him on the spot and say, what happened last time you were in America? Were you in DC then? Were you invited there? Are you going to meet the Donald himself? Or are you just going to try and de-escalate with his team?
I meet the US Commerce Secretary tomorrow. I'll be making that point. The European Union is ready right now, today, to negotiate. We have a team on standby to travel to DC.
We have a team. We're ready. We're ready. We're ready. We're ready right now. We have a team on standby, ready to run. When you say jump, we're going to ask how high. Just shocking. Shocking. And as comical and as farcical as this is, these are the goons that are destroying Ireland. Yes, they're making decisions, at least they seem to be making decisions, or they're being ordered to take actions. But ultimately, these are the figureheads of Ireland. These are the people that are leading the charge when it comes to negotiating concerning their future. Are you confident in them?
To begin negotiations between the EU and the US to find a way forward. The big question is, are the US ready for it? When will they be ready for it?
Yes, the big question. And this is another saying that he's been coming out with over the last few days. He said, every disagreement ends in agreement. If you listen to Fine Gael spokespeople, they're all coming out, they're parroting the same thing. No one wins in a trade war. Every disagreement ends in agreement. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. So yes, I believe that there will be pain felt on both sides. It's like a boxing match. You know, you don't win a boxing match without taking a few slaps yourself, or a few blows to the body, or, you know, maybe get rocked yourself. But there is a winner at the end of that war, the same as there'll be a winner at the end of this war. But both sides, admittedly, will take damage. The question is, who will take the most? So let me know what your thoughts, comments and opinions are below. I'm Rick Munn, No Risk, No Reward Media, over and out.